Today on Builders Wholesale TV, we're talking about the Senco SN902XP.
Let's go.
This tool has a wide variety of uses. Some of your most basic functions are for framing, decking, sheathing, siding, and fencing, but it also works well with pallet and crate assembly as well as subflooring.
Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the fastener specifications for this tool. Now this tool is a 20-degree angled plastic strip nail, and it shoots everything from a 2-inch up to a 3 1/4. So that gives you a pretty big variety of different lengths that you can use for this tool. And your shank diameter, you're looking at a .113 to a .148. You can also get those shanks in ring, screw, and smooth, and they all work really well with this tool. Alright, so moving on. The first thing that I noticed about this tool is the size. It's very, very compact, and I think Senco put a lot into making this tool very small and compact. If you look from the nose of the tool all the way to the head cap, you're looking at about 12 inches. So that's a big deal because most standard frames have 16-inch on centers, so you can get this in really tight spots. You have plenty of room to work. It also has sharp points on the nose here, so when you do get in those tight spots, if you have to toenail, you can really bite into the wood and sink the nail. It has a rubber sleeve around the handle for grip, and this will also help for insulation. So on hot days or cold days, it's going to keep your hand from getting burned or too cold. Overall, the tool has a nice feel. It's a little bit heavy. Let's talk about the weight and see what you think, Kev.
Now on paper, it says this gun weighs about 7.4 pounds. And in my hand, it does have a little bit of weight to it. The body's made out of aluminum, so that takes away from too much weight. But it does feel top heavy, like there's too much going on up here and a little bit bulky. But other than that, it's not too bad.
Now another thing I noticed is the head cap here. It has a plastic deflector cap. Now in other framing guns that I've seen, they're usually adjustable in some sort so you can control where the exhaust goes. But this one only comes out the front, and it seems like it's made out of a plastic, which might be a concern to me because I have seen guys use the back of the gun to bump a wall and move it an inch or two, and I don't know how well this will hold up. But, it looks like that they were just trying to make it as tight as possible. Alright, so looking at the magazine, it's a pretty durable magazine, pretty strong overall. It feels pretty heavy duty, so if a 2x4 falls on it, it's not going to put a crease in the magazine and not allow it to feed the nails. Now on the bottom of the magazine, this is where the nails actually go in. This is a bottom or a back load, so you load the nails in straight down here. Some manufacturers have it where it's a top load where the nails drop in here. So overall, the quality of the magazine seems pretty good. Your holding capacity is about 64 nails, so on average, between 2 to 3 strips of nails depending on the nail manufacturer's nail count. Looking at the other side here.
On the other side we have your hook, which is attached to a little bracket that holds the magazine and the gun together. This hook has 2 different settings here. It's got this one flat setting here. So it's kind of out of the way, it's not hanging off, you're not going to bump into it or get it hooked on anything. Or you can flip it around and you're ready to go, you're ready to hang it when you're not using it. Now this hook is wide enough to hang on a 2x4 rafter, so if you just wanted to put it up there like that when you're not using it, you can. A couple of hang-ups I have with this hook is it appears to be stationary. It does not appear to be able to move to the other side of the gun. Some people want to put their hook where they want it, where they feel more comfortable with it. And as a right-handed person, it's kind of impractical because when you're shooting, you want to go and hook and holster it just like this. Well, with the hook being only right there, you kind of have to swing it around and then holster it, and then swing it back around to use it. Now, if you're a left-handed person, it works great. You're good to go. But righties, we're kind of losing out on this one.
Okay, so zooming in on the trigger, this has a selectable trigger built in right here. With the push of a button, you can actually adjust it from single fire to rapid fire. Now, single fire, the way it works is when you push in your safety and you squeeze your trigger, it'll give you a single shot. On the rapid fire, the way it works is when you hold your trigger, each time you bump the nose, it'll do a rapid shot. So you can go a little faster, get a little more covered within a quicker amount of time.
Speaking of the nose, if we look right up here, you can see the depth adjustment. Now what this does, it controls how deep you drive the nail into whatever you're nailing. For example, if you're doing sheeting or hardy panel, you don't want to kill the nail too much. You just want to make it flush with the panel. So this is what controls that. And as you turn it, you can feel a click, and that'll have the different presets that it has on there. Now, a lot of manufacturers are using plastic pieces for this, and it's really to cut corners and make things cost a little bit less, but they don't last as long. Senco has a metal piece here, so it's going to be durable and it's going to keep you building.
Alright, so now that we've already talked about some of the specifications and features of this tool, let's go ahead and plug it in and give it a few test shots and see how it does. Now, but before you plug your tool in, always have safety glasses on, and that goes for working on power tools, pneumatic tools. I mean, safety is key. Okay, we got air to it. Now, I have this set on rapid fire. So it's set on a bump fire, so anytime I push into safety and while I'm holding the trigger, it will fire. There you go. Nice and clean. It's got a lot of power.
As always, before we go, let's check out that warranty.
It's got a 5-year limited warranty through Senco. But if you ever need to get one serviced and you're in Texas, bring it to Builders Wholesale. We'll check it out.
Now, overall, this is a really good gun. We highly recommend it to anybody out there looking for a 20 to 21 degree frame nailer. A couple of the cons: the weight isn't distributed evenly enough for us. It's a little bit top heavy, and the hook, while it is optional and it's not that big of a deal, it does leave something to be desired. What did you like about it?
I mean, some of the things that I liked how compact it is. It can really get in some tight areas. And the driving power. This thing has incredible power. It buried a nail even in a solid stock of wood like this, so I don't think it's going to give you any issues on your job sites.
We here at Builders Wholesale TV give this gun a 4 out of 5.
And if you like this video, make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And as always, keep building.